In the land of Scotland there lived two generals named Macbeth and Banquo. After winning 2 battles, Macbeth and Banquo came across 3 witches who told them that Macbeth would be king and Thane of Cawdor, but also told Banquo that his kin would be king too. Before Banquo and Macbeth can say anything else, the witches vanish. All of a sudden, Macbeth is approached by a messenger by the current king of Scotland, King Duncan, that Macbeth has been titled Thane of Cawdor for winning battles. Macbeth then invites Duncan for dinner at his castle to celebrate. When Lady Macbeth receives notice that Duncan is coming over for dinner, she plots his plan to kill the king so that the witch's foreboding tale would come true, that Macbeth would be king of Scotland. But Macbeth didn't want to kill the king and didn't feel comfortable doing it. But Lady Macbeth told him that he isn't a man and not strong enough. Belittling him mad, Macbeth gives in and kills the king and blames it on the servants. After Macbeth takes the crown, Macbeth remembers that the witches also told Banquo that Banquo's kin would become king too. To prevent this from happening, he sends 3 murderers to kill Banquo and Fleance. However, Fleance escapes and Banquo gets killed by the murderers. After hearing about Banquo's death, Macbeth sees the witches again. But instead of seeing the witches, he sees apparitions instead who are telling him that no one born of women shall hurt him. When the woods move to Duchesnear Hill, Macbeth will be vanished, and to fear Macduff with this fear, he sends people to murder everybody in the Macduff castle that included Macduff's wife and kid. During this, Lady Macbeth keeps wanting to wash her hands, which she sheds Duncan's blood, going insane with guilt and cannot bear what she has done. She kills herself. Fortunately, Macduff wasn't present in the castle and was actually in England to gather troops to lead against Macbeth, and throws him off the throne. Once Macduff has learned about Macbeth sending people to kill his family and everyone in the castle, Macduff sets out by himself to kill Macbeth. Once Macduff is in Scotland, he confronts Macbeth with him not being the rightful king of Scotland. This leads to an intense sword fight, and Macbeth says that he is invincible because no one born of women can hurt him, so Macduff cannot harm him. But in a turn of events, Macduff says that he was born by C-section and cuts off Macbeth's head. After Macbeth is defeated, Malcolm, King Duncan's son, takes his rightful place as King of Scotland.